Good morning, dear children. Children, this is your maths class, and I would request everyone to be ready with your maths book and maths notebook. Children, in today's session, we'll look up to the fraction as the part of whole. We'll try to understand that how fraction is represented as the part of total or whole. Okay, so you have been already introduced to fraction through a video that was sent by me earlier. So let us now look at this part of fraction. Here, fraction as part of whole. A whole can be divided into many equal parts. So here you can see many shapes are there, and how these shapes are connected with each other, or I can say that what is common in these shapes. These shapes are equally divided. As you can see over here, that this is a circle, and this circle has been divided into 4 equal parts. As you can count on the number of parts it has been divided, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this particular circle has been divided into 4 equal parts. Okay, let us look up to the another shape. Here, this is a triangle, and as you can see that this particular triangle is divided into 3 equal parts. Okay, 1, 2 and 3. So it has 3 equal parts. Here, this is a shape of a rectangle, and this rectangle or this rectangular figure has been divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 equal parts. Then let us look up to the another shape. It is again a circle, and now this circle is divided into 8 equal parts. Similarly, here this circle is divided into 5 equal parts. So as you can see that we can only extract fraction, or the fraction is taken out from the whole on this condition if the figure, if the shape, or if the whole is divided into equal parts. Then only we can extract or write fraction of it. In mathematics, in English, any part of the whole is considered as fraction. Whether it is equally divided or not, it is considered as, or it is said to be a fraction of it, a part of it. But in mathematics, the object, the shape, the total or the whole needs to be equally divided, as you can see in the following figures. That these figures are not unequal, they are equally divided. Okay children, let us see what is given. Remember, a whole must be divided into equal sized parts. Okay, this has already been explained to you. Figures divided into unequal parts are, as you can see children, these given figures are not equally divided. Here in this circle is divided into 2 parts, but these parts are not equal. This one is the smaller, and this one is of bigger shape. Okay, here also these 3 parts are not equal. Again, this rectangle is not divided into equal parts. Here you can see that this rectangle is divided into 4 parts, but they are not equal. They are of unequal lengths. Okay, here also this rectangle again is not, these 2 parts are equal, but the middle one is not equal. So keep this thing into your mind that division is not important for fraction. Equal division is important for fraction. Okay, so we'll solve exercise 6.2 on the basis of this concept. Children, let us take up exercise 6.2, which is based on the topic discussed earlier to you, that fraction is a part of whole, or fraction can only be written when the division is equal. Okay, so let us take up the questions one by one given in this exercise. First, tick correct mark over the figure divided into equal parts. So you need to put a tick mark over the figures which are divided into equal parts. Let us take up each figure one by one. A1. As you can see, this is a shape of a circle. And can you see equal division in this figure? These are the smaller parts and these are the bigger parts. So the division is not equal in this figure. Okay, so we cannot put a tick mark over this figure. Then the B1, as you can see, this is shape of a triangle, and this triangle is divided into two parts. So can you see the equal division over here? Yes, both of these parts are equally divided. So we need to put a tick mark over this figure. The next one, this is a shape, and this shape is again not equally divided, or the division is not equal. So we cannot put a tick mark over it. Then D, figure D, this figure again is a shape of a circle, and this circle is not equally divided into parts. As you can see, these are the smaller parts and this one is the bigger one. So here again we cannot put a tick mark. So here in these four figures, only the figure B is divided into equal parts. Okay, let us take up the second question. Tick the figures which are divided into four equal parts. So you need to tick on those figures which are divided into four equal parts. Here, figure A, it's in a circular shape, but the division is only into three parts. So we don't have to tick this figure. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. This rectangle is divided into four parts, but the parts or the division is not equal. So here the condition is that the figure should be divided into four equal parts. Here, let us take up figure C. It is a rectangle and it is divided into four parts. Are these parts equal? Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. So first condition is fulfilled. This figure is divided into four parts. And the second condition is the parts should be equal. So here, as you can see, that these parts are equal. So we need to put a tick mark over this figure. Then moving on to part D, it's again a circular figure. And 1, 2, 3, 4. This circle is divided into four equal parts. And these parts are also equal. So we'll put a tick mark over this figure also. So here, out of the four figures, two figures have four equal parts. Let us proceed towards question number 3. Tick the figures which are divided into three equal parts. So here the condition is the figure should be divided into three equal parts. Okay, here A part, one rectangular box, and the division is into three parts. But are these parts equal? Is this division equal? No. These boxes are unequal in size or shape. Okay, so we'll not put a tick mark over it. Let us move towards the second one. This is circle it is divided into 1, 2, 3. Three parts. So first condition is fulfilled. Then the parts should be equal. Are these equal in size? Yes, they are equal. So we need to put a tick mark over this. Then the next one. This is shape of a kite. Okay, or a rhombus. So here this figure is divided into 3 parts. But are these parts equal? No, the parts are unequal. So we don't have to put a tick mark over this figure. Then this one, this is a rectangular shape, and again it is divided into 3 parts. And also, like you can see from here, that these parts are equal. So we need to put a tick mark over this figure. Okay. Then the fourth question, divide the figure into number of parts written. Here 3 shapes are given for you, and you have to divide these shapes into the number of parts given below. Okay, so here you have to use scale for the division, and you will be dividing the mentioned shape into the mentioned parts given below, just below the shapes. So children, please use scales for the division. Okay children, so here you have to divide the given figures into the mentioned equal parts just below each figure. First, you have to divide this rectangle into 3 equal parts. Children, I have used a scale to draw these division. Okay, so you also have to use the scale. As you can see that I have divided this circle into 3 equal parts using a scale. Okay, then here this circle is divided into 2 equal parts. So this one is the is one half, and this one is the other half. Here this kite figure is divided into 4 equal parts. So with the help of the scale, I have divided this figure into 4 equal parts, and for that I have joined the 2 opposite ends of this kite figure. Okay. Children, let us learn how to write the names of the given fraction. Okay, so for that, as you can see, I have drawn a circle, and this circle is divided into 4 equal parts, and out of the 4 parts I have colored 3 parts. So how many parts are there in total? 4. And how many colored parts are there? 1, 2, 3. So what is the fraction of the colored part or the shaded part? You would say the fraction of the shaded or the colored part is 3/4. As I have explained you that in the denominator or the number below the line, you will be writing the total number of division made or done. So here total number of division is 4. So here below the line or in the denominator I have written 4, and out of the 4 parts 3 parts are shaded. So here in the numerator or above the line the number of shaded part is written. So the fraction would be 3/4. Let us now look up at how it is written in name or how it is read as name. So you can read it as 3/4. Okay, over means ऊपर. ठीक है, 3 is over 4. As you can see, 3 is over 4. 3 जो है वो 4 के ऊपर है. So you can read this fraction or write its fraction name as 3/4. जो ऊपर वाला नंबर होगा, जो न्यूमरेटर होगा वो पहले आएगा, then ओवर, जो डिनोमिनेटर है या जो नीचे वाला नंबर है वो बाद में आएगा. सो इट इज इट्स नेम इज रिटन एज 3/4. Okay, then in second way you can write it as 3/4. By means this sign of division or this line. So here once again the numerator would be written first. जो भी नंबर आपका न्यूमरेटर में आएगा, यहाँ पे 3 है तो आपने 3 पहले लिखा, then in place of over you are writing by. By means this line or this rule. Okay, so here 3/4 because later the denominator would be written 3/4. Then in another way you can write it as 3-4ths. Okay, so because this circle or the shaded parts are 3 in number, so it will be plural. So हमने क्या किया, 4 parts में से 3 parts shade किया. So the fraction would be read as 3/4. आपने 4 लिखा, 4 के बाद आपने THS लगा दिया. S हमने क्यों लगाया, बिकॉज यहाँ पे 1 पार्ट नहीं है, 3 पार्ट है. ठीक है, द नंबर ऑफ पार्ट्स आर मोर देन 1, सो इट विल बी 3-4. Children, let us learn how to write the names of the fraction by the following examples. Here I have written a fraction 2/3. In the numerator the number 2 is there and in the denominator the number 3 is there. So out of the 3 parts in total, 2 parts are shaded or separated or taken. So what will be the fraction name of this fraction? You can write it as 2/3. ठीक है, 2 यहाँ पे न्यूमरेटर में है. ओके, सो हमने इसे पहले लिखा, देन ओवर बिकॉज 2 ऊपर है इसलिए हमने ओवर लिखा. देन द नंबर 3 इज इन डिनोमिनेटर, सो वी हैव रिटन द नंबर नेम ऑफ 3. सो द फ्रैक्शन नेम इज 2/3. Okay, you can write it as like this also, 2/3. Again 2 was your numerator, so it has come first. Then by, the sign of this division or this line is used as by. 3 is coming as denominator, so it is coming at the last. So 2/3. Okay, in the third way you can write it as 2-thirds. Okay, 2 here if you can notice that the number which is numerator is coming first and the number which is below the line or which is denominator is coming at the last. So here 2-thirds, 3 has been converted into third, and since there are 2 parts so it will be thirds. अगर 2 की जगह पे 1 होता तो यहाँ पे हम third लिखते, न कि thirds. Since 2 parts are making it plural, so it will be 2-. Here we have put a small dash in between, so 2/3. Okay, let us take up another example. It is 1/2. ठीक है, out of the 2 parts, 1 part is separated or 1 part is shaded. So we can write it as, the fraction name of this as 1/2. ठीक है, 1 it is numerator, so I have written it in the beginning, then over because since it is over 2, so over 2. 2 is denominator, that is why it is coming at the last. Okay, then in the second way you can write it as 1/2. ठीक है, 1 because it is numerator, तो 1 हमने पहले लिखा है. Then by is the sign of division or this line. Then 2 because it is coming in denominator, so 1/2. Or you can either write it as 1/2. 1 a small dash in between, then half. इसको हम हिंदी में आधा भी कहते हैं. किसी भी फिगर को या किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट को हमने हाफ डिवाइड कर दिया, आधा, तो ये उसका आधा रिप्रेजेंट करेगा. ओके, वन मोर, 3/7. We can write it as 3/7. Okay, then in another way, 3/7. 3 is the numerator and 7 would come at last. So 3/7, 3/7 and 3-7s. Okay, you can use half or halves for the denominator 2. Okay, when the total number of the part is 2. You can use third for if the total number of parts are 3. Then except 2 and 3, you'll always use the letter TH after the number name of the particular number. 2 और 3 के अलावा जितने भी नंबर्स आपको मिलेंगे उसमें आप आगे TH लगा देंगे फ्रैक्शन लिखने से पहले. ओके, सो हियर इट विल बी 3/7. हमने 7 लिखा, आगे TH लगा दिया और S लगाया बिकॉज द नंबर टोटल नंबर ऑफ पार्ट्स दैट आर सेपरेटेड आर 3. दे आर मोर देन 1, so they are forming plural. So 3/7. Then the last one, 1/8. So you can write it as 1 because it is numerator. So it will come first, 1 by or over 8. ठीक है, आपको इन तीनों में से जो भी नंबर नेम और फ्रैक्शन नेम कन्वीनियंट लगे, आप उसे इजीली लिख सकें, आपको वही लिखना है. आप तीनों में से कोई भी एक नेम लिख सकते हैं या लिखना याद कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, सो इट विल बी 1/8 और 1/8 और 1/8. Okay, 1, here it is in the numerator, a small dash, draw the dash properly like this, and 8th, you have written the number name of 8 it as AIGHT 8 and added H to it, so it will become 1/8. Children, let us learn the vice versa. Vice versa means the thing exactly opposite to the thing or the topic mentioned or taught to you earlier. Okay, so earlier we have studied how to write fraction name of the given fraction. Here you will be learning how to write fraction number from the given fraction names. Here, as you can see that I have written some fraction names, and from these fraction names you have to write the fraction number of it. Okay, so let us take up one by one. This one is very easy. You just need to understand that the first number or the first number name would be your numerator or the number which will come above the line, and the second number or the last mentioned number would come below the line or will be your denominator. Okay, the first one would be your numerator, the second one would be your denominator. You just need to learn this thing. So here 1/8. So 1 is coming first, so 1 would be our numerator. We'll draw a line. Okay, then 8. 8 means 8. So the fraction number would be 1/8. Second, 2/5. The number 2 is coming first, so it will be our numerator, then a line or the rule, then 5th means 5. It is coming at the second place or it is coming in the last, so it will be our denominator. Third one, 2/3. So 2 is coming at first, 2 will be our numerator, then the line, then thirds. Thirds means 3. 3 will be your denominator. 4/7. So 4 is coming first, 4 numerator, and 7 is our denominator because it is 7th. 4/7. 5/8. So 5 is coming first, 5 numerator, and 8 is our denominator. Then similarly 6/10. So 6 will be our numerator and what? 10 will be our denominator. Here, the last one, 1/2. Half means this thing should come to your mind that whenever half you're saying, you consider that the given figure or the given whole is divided into 2 equal parts. So here 1 is coming in the first place, so you'll be writing 1 as the numerator, and half means here 2 parts, that the figure would be of 2 parts. So here you will represent 1/2 like this. So this one seems to be very easy, finding the fraction number from the given fraction names.